Okay, so tried to record this before and I didn't have the mic on. So we're going to be using Seestars to connect areas. So you see we're connected here. So I just want to turn on the anti-dew because we are outside. It's freshly charged up, so you can see with 100% charge. We got ourselves a 97% waxing gibbous moon here, so I'm going to go and grab that. So I'm going to pick on Luna, and then, oh, and guess what I've forgotten to do? I have a solar filter on that at the moment, so that's not going to end well for this. So I'm going to go to observe, oh God, go to the moon, here we are. And that's come up because we need to level, so... And it's stubborn about that. If you don't level it, even if you cancel that off and then go back in and then go to the moon, that's going to come back up. So we need to go out and level this, which I'm doing at the moment live. Got somewhere dry to put my iPad, right? You don't have to be too crazy about this. It's happy at that, so the circles have gone green. You don't have to have them overlapping exactly. So finish adjusting, there we are. And now it's going to be finding the moon. And back in out of the cold I go. In fact, no, I can't yet, because there's a solar filter on that I need to pull off, because that's what we were doing earlier, imaging the moon. Sun. I have just now pulled off the solar filter, so it's got an inside chance now of finding, and there it comes, look, it's doing quite well this time. It's down at the bottom, we are, and that's actually quite quick. Yes, we'll say the moon is centered, and yeah, there is the moon. I'd say it's not perfectly focused, but that's easily fixed. So what I'm going to do is just set this filter down somewhere gently and have a bit of a play with the focus by tapping the... There we are, it's a bit better, isn't it? That wobble's not me, that wobble is the wind. So yeah. Now what can we do here? So there's the moon, and you've got the option to play around with the controls a bit here. That circle, essentially move it up a little bit or down, as the case may be here. Back up. I always forget which way's up, down, left and right here. Then left goes right. Yeah, and if you want to move a bit faster, hit the fast button, and you know, you'll at least better pull it into view if it drifts. That should help to target it there, I believe. Right, so you can now take some pictures. So I'm just taking a couple of pictures. And we can zoom in too. So if we go to 2 times zoom, I'm going to pull that back in a bit. Whoop, 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 not like that. Down, 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 up. Oh dear. Back down. You see, that's very, very windy out there, that is. That's the wind. You can see how easy that is to control, and it stops as soon as you take your thumb off. And you can adjust the focus there. So I'm taking a couple of pics. Go for 2 times if you want to as well. And that brings you into, yeah, and you can go around, you know, that disc quite happily. Don't go too far, because if it goes red, then you'll lose the moon. It will zoom out of the way. Might have to adjust the focus a little bit here as well accordingly. Yeah, and take a couple of shots of that, no problem. And you can come back down. Yeah, but go for what you fancy. You know, if you're doing the GCSE, this might be useful. You know, to take a few shots there. And we can go all the way down. I'm going to center the moon into the screw, yeah, into the field of view for this. It is moving, so it's not perfectly tracking. Which is what I thought this was supposed to do. Anyway, it's supposed to make it more accurate, but jury's out on that one. So we go to 4 times and we can get in even closer. And again, you might want to try to adjust the focus here. But as you're getting deep, further in, atmospheric conditions are going to cause focus to fall in and out. I'm not going to get too crazy. I'm going to take a few pictures. Well, not too fast. So it goes to sort of white and then red when it's really going fast. Let's go to sinus iridium up here and take a few pictures. And you can take a video here too if you want to. But oh dear, that really is shaky, isn't it? So I'm going to come out of that and go back to 1 time. And there you have the, so you can easily put it back into field of view just by using that thumb thing there to adjust where the moon is. And while it's here, let me show you around if you've not already seen it. You can come down here, and if you're observing the sun, you can click on the sun here, and you can go to the sun. But remember to put the orange solar filter over the thing first. This one here is for general stargazing. I'm not going to push that, but the one on the left is for that. You've also got your tonight's best. This is quite self-explanatory. So you've got our usual friends, M1, M14, M44, 45. M42's kind of past its best now, so that's why it's not there. You also have the Sky Atlas as well. And that's useful as well because you can kind of frame things a bit better. And if you want to do a mosaic or something, this helps with that. I'm not going to obviously mess with that for the moon, but you can go to wherever and it will adjust that accordingly. Pictures, you might want to see what you've taken. So if you hit on album, and here they are. So these are the pictures of the moon that we've just taken. And the great thing about this as well is you can email things to yourself by hitting on export. You can hit email, and you can email individual pictures. So this was the sun that we took earlier on. This was when I was doing an earlier recording, and it did not record. But trying again here now. So these are the pictures. These are safe to the tablet. These are. The only drawback with this is you can't send multiple pictures. You can't email multiple pictures that I'm aware of. You can email one at a time, but you can't email multiple pictures. But if you're into Twitter, Facebook, you can also share directly and directly upload from here, which I think is quite good. If you want the lot, you're going to have to literally connect this up to a PC and copy and paste the whole lot off the tablet. And note as well that you rely on the memory of your tablet, but also there's some kept on the actual telescope itself here. Please excuse my dog. There's some planetary images that this is taken. That's a video of Jupiter, and yes, that's my golden Labrador there, come to say hello. And here's some pictures of. You can guess what she's doing, can't you? So these are some pictures of the Pleiades that I've tried to stitch together, not very successfully. But you can see, it's about 10 minutes composition here. There used to be an opportunity if we go back to the moon. Have we still got it? So go to the moon, or yeah, okay, and then click on observe, and if the moon might have got, it's still there. That's quite good. So it keeps it in field of view while you're doing all that. Don't know quite. I mean, the raw button's supposed to produce fits for you to use. And then you've got autofocus there. I mean, autofocus I think is a bit fiddly for this. What else can I show you while I'm here? That's what I was going to show you. Yeah, I think the filter's kind of gone, but then I'm under lunar for that. So you've got solar, lunar, and planetary. And all these have got specific sort of controls, settings for the camera. So if you try to go into stargazing, you might be struggling to see that. It might be way too bright there. But here the camera's set specifically for the moon. It really is wobbly like a jelly there, isn't it? But it's just nice to take a couple of pictures anyway to put on social media if that's your thing. And you can go through Star Atlas like I said, and I've got the recording thing up here. Can I move it? Yes I can. And you can come in here and choose other objects. If you go into, you've got comets here for example, and you've got, at the moment, what have we got? Pons Brooks is still kind of visible, but it's a bit low at the moment. So you've got your comets here if you want to, and it tells you the latitude. Some of them are getting quite low. Pons Brooks have all but lost it now. And you've got your planets. I think Jupiter is getting quite low in the west now anyway. So yeah. So that's the Atlas thing, and you can tap out of that. The rest of it is kind of, the watermark I've turned it off, and that in theory I would have thought turns off the eye stars and your latitude and longitude as well. You need to be careful of that, because if you're going to post any pictures, let me show you. Yeah, it's missing from here because I've turned it off. But in some of them, I don't think I've got it here now because I turned it off a while ago. But if you fire up one of these, you can see you've got your details at the bottom that says Seestars and your location in latitude and longitude. You might not want that showing for the purposes of privacy. So, and advanced features, what's in here? Not much. You can change your, this is for deep sky stuff, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. That's if you're doing the Orion Nebula. And the good thing about that is it stacks in real time. So you can see, you start off with quite a weak, quiet picture, and then it gets better as you go on, sort of thing. So I have got the Orion Nebula pictures on here somewhere. But I mean, it doesn't recommend it, but I mean, it's nothing to stop you from going to 20. It only goes as far as 30 seconds as well, by the way. It doesn't go beyond that. But you'll be surprised as to what it can achieve. I mean, this thing's done, it's done the Horsehead Nebula, and that's quite a faint object. Obviously, M42 is easy enough. The Rosetta I've done with this as well. The only other thing is RTSP address, that will only work if you're doing lunar or solar work. And what that enables you to do is to stream the screen you're looking at via VLC. And you can show it on the computer, which is handy if you're doing outreach. The only thing I'll say with this as well is you can only really use it on a tablet device. Doesn't work on a PC because you need Bluetooth. I don't know whether ZWO will fix that at some point, but otherwise that's really all you need in here. And now down here, that slide the shutter down, that shuts down the actual telescope. So if you slide that across, it returns the telescope back to its fold position, and you can bring it back in. And that is pretty much a lot of what this is. I mean, there's obviously the community thing, and who's got one nearby. I know a few other people have got this from what I can tell, but they don't bother with me, I don't bother with them. So there we are. And obviously got some tutorials up here too, if you so desire to take a look at them. But I mean, this tool by and large is pretty easy to use. I mean, apart from moving the leg in to get a little bit of leveling in place, there's no polar alignment with this. I don't have to mess around with the button off mask. I just had to finely tune the focusing slightly. And yeah, I mean, it really is that simple. The onboard battery will give you a couple of hours. But if you're using the anti-dew here, then using that, and that's going to burn up the battery far more quickly. You might get a couple of hours out of it, depending. Anything more than that, then try and get a thingammy. Try and get a power pack for it, and that may help. But I just wanted to show you. This is Deep Sky Stack, which I've never really played with much, to be fair. Stack 2 and it will stack. I mean, I'm sure I've taken more pictures than 2, so I don't know why it's only showing me 2. But there we go. So yeah, I mean, this is the Seestars in a nutshell for you. I just wanted to show people how it worked, and yeah, I like it. hence I thought I'd do show this. So I hope that's been informative for you. And let's go back and see we're still looking at the moon. Good place to wrap up. And we got some cloud cover going across. Isn't that lovely? The only thing with the moon as well is you can very easily lose that circle against a white background. That's another problem I found. Anyway folks, that's all from me. Enjoy and clear skies. Thank you.